Welcome to video number 13 in the Professional Development series focused on teaching and learning online, specifically student-to-student engagement online. This video is focused on applying the model and principles to a maths topic of linear and non-linear relationships. We know from our principles that we support collaborative inquiry to build students' self-regulation through cognitive engagement, emotional and behavioural engagement. And we understand there are 4 principles to guide our pedagogy: sustained communication, modelling, management and learning design. Let's apply the model to the maths example. The maths topic of linear and non-linear relationships may take about 2 weeks or 5 to 6 lessons. The unit covers aspects of both Year 10 and 10A mathematics syllabus. Here you can see an example of the aims for Year 10A. The topic could be assessed summatively at the end of the term. Students' understanding, fluency and problem solving are all used and incorporated through this activity. The lessons are guided inquiry and would include explicit teaching and intervention. In this example, we focus on formative assessment throughout the unit, so an online student diagnostic quiz. Here is an example of the learning design. The unit starts with an online diagnostic quiz. The quiz assesses students' prior knowledge and capabilities, which the teacher then can use to provide individualised help. And also, in our case, the teacher uses the results of the quiz to create homogeneous groups, which will then have different pathways through the unit. More specifically, let's have a look at this quiz. If a student gets 80% correct, for example, they go straight to task 1, group work. However, if a student is below 80%, they do the prep work. You can call it another name, and then repeat the quiz. They could also do a second round if needed and repeat another quiz or repeat the same quiz. These could be called different things like level 1, level 2, level 3 to gamify the unit, which also gives students some control in their learning pathway. The design of the online diagnostic quiz could also look a bit different. It could be self-selecting. For example, giving the students all the material and the quiz questions, allowing them to self-select as they move through that material and complete that background work, or they can simply skip different sections and parts. Or we could flip this idea and the quiz can be used as a scaffolding mechanism. If the students open the quiz, and they could use it as a tool to work through the concepts and activities. And in this way, the students are actively working together and using that quiz to work through the concepts and ideas. Now let's go a bit deeper and tie it to the maths example. In this example, we chose SharePoint as a tool because it's a good way to file the material and have students work together. If the students are in different places, they can communicate with each other via Teams or Skype. The unit starts with different questions designed to test prior knowledge and to show whether students needs that prep work. So the quiz questions could be on, in this case, averages, plotting. Here is an example of the first knowledge building activity on calculating averages, which includes both teacher YouTube instructional videos and also teacher made instructional videos with instructions. Here is an example of a second prep task. It could be a mini lecture in real time, just to help build those knowledge connections. While building this background foundational knowledge for those students who need assistance, the other students are completing task 1. After the prep tasks 1 and 2, or depending on the results of the online diagnostic quiz and the approach that you've decided to take for your unit design, The students start with task 1. This task is done in groups. All the information about the task is on SharePoint. In this example, they have to gather data in Excel and make a table. All data is collected in a common Excel sheet on SharePoint. In addition, any student can go back and look at that prep material for extra background knowledge and help at any extra time. They also could have the option of having a discussion board for Q&A opportunities as well, that both the teacher and the other students are there participating and answering. After task 1, students work either on task 2 or go directly to task 3, depending on quizzes and how you're running them through your learning pathways. So in this example, in this maths example, we are focused on learning design that seeks to build student self-regulation. Students are making choices with the paths to follow and also are provided with the materials to work through at their own pace and with their peers. They are learning with their peers and managing their time on the tasks. The idea of the use of a quiz in a gamified sense provides some sense of student control and choice. And also the quiz, which a lot of students would just go to first if it was done after activities anyway, becomes a scaffolding tool to help students focus their attention on the key concepts, competencies and knowledges required for this unit of work. Thank you.